some ES6 features which was introduced into JavaScript, and we had a new word coming in which was constant and let in the 2015 new update for the JavaScript. But we've been having var for quite a long time. But let's see the differences between declaring variables with var, constant, and then let keyword. Let's get started. So var has been there since, but what we look at is that there's a little bit of differences between var and let, even though they do close to similar things, but there are differences there. But let's start with constant first. For constant, identifiers declared with constant cannot be reassigned. That is the main key of a constant. So for example, if we have a variable declared with a constant, this cannot be reassigned during the execution of the code. So let's say we have name, and name is assigned to Peter. So this name has been assigned to Peter, and it's constant. The keywords say constant, so it cannot be changed. But what if we want to change it? What do you think will happen? So when we say we want to change it to, let's say we want to change name to maybe another name like Lee, there's gonna be a problem because this cannot be reassigned, so we cannot change that. What if we print this out? It's gonna give us an error because there's nowhere we can actually change that. So let's say we want to do document.write, and then we want it to print name in here. We're gonna get an error. It said what? On catch error, and this is assignment to constant variable. So assignment to constant variable cannot be changed here, so we cannot do that. Okay, good. But let's look at so mostly this will be very good when we want to assign something like pi. In calculation, we hardly change pi because pi is a fixed number which we use for calculation. So if we assign a constant name to a pi, then that will make more sense in order not to change that, right? Okay, but what if we change this to a var? You see, it prints perfectly with no error because we can reassign value to it, so it changes. Okay, let's leave the constant like that. Now let's compare the real differences between var and let. Very important, you need to understand the difference. So for the main difference between the two is just the scoping rule. So when we talk about what do we mean by scoping, scoping rule. Okay, so the scoping rules we mean here is variable declared by var are scoped to the immediate function, body, while let variables are scoped to the immediate enclosed block. So var is what is equal to its immediate function here, and let is scoped to it what block. So we'll say its immediate enclosed block, like this. Okay, so those are the scope rules. So let's use an example to demonstrate this. So let's say we have a function and we have print. It's a print function. Okay, and in here we're gonna have variable var name, and we assign the name like just like what we have, but let me use a different name here. Let's say Paul. Okay, and so we have var here, and let's use the keyword let, and we say user ID. Yeah, or we can even still say name, but let's say user ID here. And for user ID, we're gonna have something like, that's the ID. Okay, great. Now let's console log both of what we got there. So console log, and then we're gonna log out the name, and then we're gonna have the log for the user ID. So the user ID there. Okay, good. So in there we're gonna print